Welcome back to the channel, my fellow romance fans. Today, we're going to explore that very special area of anime where we can finally see our favorite couples holding hands without having to wait 24 episodes. We're discussing the top 10 romance anime series in which the relationship truly begins early, the confession occurs, and the sparks fly. Let's count down from 10 to 1, so grab your popcorn and possibly a tissue or two. Inspector, a supernatural mystery with a surprisingly strong romantic core, comes in at number 10 on our list. This program skillfully combines detective work, folklore, and a very special bond. Kuroko Iwanaga, our female protagonist, gave up her leg and eye as a child to serve as the goddess of wisdom for yokai and other supernatural creatures. She is incisive, humorous, and unrelenting. Conversely, Kuro Sakuragawa is a reserved college student who, as a result of experiments conducted as a child, is essentially immortal and dreaded by the same spirits that honor Kotoko. Kotoko is anything but shy, which is why the getting together early part occurs. She almost immediately declares her love for Kuro, and she pursues him with a charming and humorous tenacity that Kuro eventually yields to. However, their relationship becomes the main tenet of the entire show, which is what makes it so unique. Their relationship is more about a close intellectual collaboration than it is about blushing confessions. Together, they solve supernatural crimes, with Kuro serving as the immortal muscle and Kotoko offering the astute deductions. It's an intriguing look at a couple whose dates entail making up complex lies and placating irate spirits in order to preserve harmony between the supernatural and human realms.
Horimiya, a modern classic and fan favorite, comes in at number 9. The epitome of a clean, forward-thinking high school romance is this program. The idea is based on our all-hidden sides. At school, Kyoko Hori is the smart, popular, and seemingly ideal girl. But at home, she is the responsible, well-dressed carer for her younger brother. Her classmate, Izumi Miyamura, is a quiet, depressed child who no one seems to care about. Outside of school, however, he's a surprisingly kind man with 9 piercings and hidden tattoos. A bond is formed immediately after they unintentionally learn about each other's secret lives. After the brief confession, the series develops into a lovely examination of their relationship. Horimiya's maturity and realism are what make it so amazing. We watch them deal with jealousy, find out about one another's histories, get to know the parents, and help one another through their fears. The show spends a lot of time fostering the friendships of its friends, so it's not just about the main couple. This creates a complex, interwoven world of young love. It demonstrates that the truly significant portion of a couple's journey starts when they get together, so the story doesn't end there. The show at number 8, Tsuki ga Kirere, which translates to "As the Moon So Beautiful," is a masterwork of nuance and realism. The heart-pounding awkwardness and innocence of first love are portrayed flawlessly in this anime. It centers on 2 third-year middle schoolers, Akane Mizuno, a member of the track team, and Kotaro Azumi, an aspiring writer. Both of them are new to the romance scene and extremely shy and introverted. Through tentative looks across the classroom, awkward attempts at conversation, and the excruciating wait for a response on the LINE messaging app, their relationship grows. They start dating rather quickly, but what's really amazing about the show is seeing them discover what it means to be a couple. Body language and seemingly insignificant gestures are used to communicate, which is frequently silent. It's a subdued, gentle series that prioritizes the real, relatable fears of a first relationship over big-picture drama. Tsuki ga Kirere is a must-watch if you want to take a nostalgic trip back to the time of your first crush, when simply holding hands seems like the most important thing in the world.
Wotakoi, Love is Hard for Otaku, which is refreshingly adult and incredibly relatable, comes in at number 7. For older anime fans who have outgrown high school settings, this series is a genuine gift. Our protagonists are Hirotaka Nifuji, a stoic and extremely talented gamer who doesn't care who knows about his interests, and Narumi Momose, a vibrant office worker who conceals her otaku life as a fujoshi and doujinshi artist. When Narumi begins working at the same company, their friendship from childhood resurfaces. Following a night of drinking, Hirotaka offers the straightforward, sensible suggestion that they go on a date, since they would fully comprehend one another's otaku lifestyles. They become a couple in an instant. The program then focuses on their endearing and humorous relationship, which is more about the cozy camaraderie of two people who genuinely get each other than it is about a dramatic romance. We watch them go on dates that entail navigating the office, helping each other meet Comic-Con deadlines, and staying in to grind and monster hunting games. With an outstanding supporting cast that heightens the appeal, it's a wonderful, humorous, and realistic depiction of adult romance. Snow White with Red Hair, our number 6 pick, transports us to a lovely fantasy setting. With a strong and self-reliant heroine at its core, this series is a fairy tale for a contemporary audience. A foolish prince unintentionally notices Shirayuki, a talented herbalist with rare apple red hair. She runs away from home in order to avoid becoming his concubine, and she meets Zen Wistalia, the second prince of the nearby kingdom of Clarinis, by chance. Since their first encounter, their relationship has been based on respect for one another. While Shirayuki respects his sense of justice and compassionate disposition, Zen is impressed by her knowledge and strong will. Early on, their romantic feelings are established and validated, but the story is far from finished. Their journey as a dedicated couple, overcoming the obstacles of their disparate social statuses, is the main focus of the series. While Zen supports Shirayuki's aspirations and handles the political intrigue of the royal court, Shirayuki puts a lot of effort into becoming a court herbalist on her own merit. It's a beautiful tale of a partnership in which two competent people support one another's growth, demonstrating that a solid bond can serve as both the foundation and the reward of a great journey. The World is Still Beautiful, another fantasy romance, comes in at number 5 halfway through. Its distinct dynamic and captivating character development makes this one stand out. Livius Ifriqiya, the king of the Sun Kingdom, arranges for Nike Lemercier, the resolute and upbeat 4th princess of the Rain Dukedom, to marry him. Given that he's renowned for having taken over the world in just 3 years, she anticipates a tyrant. However, she discovers a simple boy who's emotionally damaged by a traumatic past and younger than her. Their relationship develops surprisingly quickly, despite a very difficult beginning. Nike swiftly overcomes Livius's icy and hardy exterior thanks to her obstinate, kind nature, which won't be intimidated. She in turn provides Livius with someone he can at last confide in and be vulnerable with. The show focuses on the intricacies of their rule while swiftly establishing them as a couple. We watch as they confront political foes, grow closer to one another, and gradually develop a sincere, profound love. It's a beautiful tale of how two individuals from different worlds can mend their differences and grow into better leaders and partners. The Angel Next Door, Spoil Me Rotten. The 4th-ranked show is so adorable it could give you a cavity. This is the perfect example of a cozy moral romance. Living alone, Amane Fujimiya is a perfectly normal high school student. Mihiro Shina, the most popular girl at school and known as the Angel due to her grace, beauty, and excellent grades, lives next door. When Amane gives her his only umbrella after noticing that she is ill and alone in the rain, their worlds collide. Mihiro starts visiting Amane's disorganized apartment to cook for him and assist with cleanup as a token of appreciation. This straightforward arrangement soon develops into a close, cozy relationship. The true delight of the series is witnessing the gradual, soft development of their domestic life, even though they start dating rather early on. Small, private moments abound, such as eating together, nursing one another when ill, and gradually disclosing personal details about their pasts. It's a masterwork of show, don't tell, emphasizing the silent solace and steadfast support that characterize their bond. This is the story for you if you're searching for something lighthearted and low stakes that will make you smile. Golden Time, a dramatic and emotionally complex college romance, takes 3rd place. This list explores far more serious and mature topics than many of the others. The narrative centers on Banri Tada, a recent law student in Tokyo who has no recollection of his pre-college life due to severe retrograde amnesia brought on by an accident. He meets the stunning and flamboyant Koko Kaga on his first day. Banri and Koko start dating rather early on because they are immediately attracted to one another. But Golden Time explores a much deeper conflict through this early coupling. A ghost of Banri's past starts to reappear, a version of himself who is still in love with Linda, a friend from high school. The series does a fantastic job of depicting Banri's deep emotional turmoil and the tremendous stress it places on his relationship with Koko. It's an honest, gripping, and frequently tragic look at identity, love, and the difficulty of moving on when your past won't let go. It demonstrates how an early romance can serve as the ideal setting for an incredibly compelling psychological drama. Boarding School Juliet, an action-packed romantic comedy, comes in second place. This anime adds a great deal of humor and heart to the traditional Romeo and Juliet star-crossed lovers trope. Dahlia Academy, a prominent boarding school, serves as the scene. The students are split up into two antagonistic dorms, the Black Doggies and the White Cats, which stand in for competing nations. The leaders of these opposing groups are Juliet Persia for the White Cats and Romeo Inuzuka for the Black Dogs. They are expected to fight whenever possible because they are public enemies. However, Romeo has been secretly in love with Juliet for a very long time. He confesses his feelings in the first episode, a daring move that sets the tone for the entire series. And to his surprise, she agrees. As they attempt to conceal their relationship, the remainder of the show is an exciting and humorous journey. They attempt to keep up their public personas as fierce rivals while going on covert dates, exchanging covert presents, and protecting one another from the spotlight. With a fully developed couple to support right away, it's a great subversion of the cliché. And last but certainly not least, an anime that best embodies this list comes in at number 1, Tonikawa, Over the Moon for You. This show skips all the dating and jumps right into marriage, instead of just having the couple get together early. The story starts when Nasa Yuzaki, a bright but somewhat naive man, falls in love with Tsukasa, a stunning girl at first sight. He is struck by a truck while distracted by her beauty. Tsukasa attends to him as he lies bleeding, and he confesses with what strength he has left. She consents to date him, but only if he marries her first. Without hesitation, he agrees. She arrives at his house with a marriage license a few years later, and by the end of the first episode, they are married. Their newlywed life is explored in a pure, unadulterated, and wholesome manner throughout the entire series. Two people who are totally committed to one another are figuring out married life together. There is no drama or love triangles. It's full of funny miscommunications, endearing moments, and an all-pervading feeling of warmth and joy. They live happily ever after, every single day, is the straightforward, lovely response to the question, what happens after they get together? This is the quintessential wish fulfillment romance. And that concludes our list of the 10 best romance anime where couples get together early. I hope some old favorites were rediscovered or some new ones were discovered. Tell me which is your favorite in the comments section, or if I've missed any series that you simply must see. Remember to hit the notification bell, like this video, and subscribe for more anime content so you don't miss our next upload. Until the next time, anime fans, keep being romantic.